I'm gonna be honest with you, Josh. Not feeling fun right now.
Why aren't you feeling fun right now? What isn't fun about setting up 180-degree light bulbs, 2 cameras, 2 microphones, a ThinkPad laptop, and more importantly, Sarah, in a living room?
I was gonna say that's the fun part. You know what's not fun.
What's not fun? Is it the living room?
Well, yeah. But also, the click I hear in my brain. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really depressed. That really made me very depressed.
Sorry. I'm sorry. It's not okay, but I'm sorry.
It's not okay. The fuck?
This is my fault, everybody.
It is. It's Josh's fault.
This is Josh's Fault podcast. Your host, Josh, and special guest, Sarah, because
special guest?
you're the one that I screwed over this week.
Excuse you, I have a 50. Do we have to have an Ethan Klein, Trisha Paytas moment here? This is 50-50,
no, this
motherfucker.
Is a separate podcast. This isn't a podcast will save this relationship. This is Josh's torture chamber, the podcast.
I don't consent to this.
You don't consent to this? All right, so we'll switch it back over to a podcast will save this relationship.
Thank you. I only consent to podcasts if I'm being paid 50-50.
I'm not even getting paid for this. Shh. Unless you give us money on our Ko-fi and our PayPal and our Redbubble.
We have a Patreon, I think.
And I don't do anything on it.
I think I
disabled it. Yeah, there's no Patreon.
Fuck the Patreon. Don't
do it.
Don't.
Send us actual money when you think we deserve it.
To my address.
I don't know what this
Find my address, and
there's
instead of swatting me,
because we don't want to talk about AJR again.
Send me money.
I've already taken off my shoe, and I forgot to turn off the lights behind me. I turn off the main lights, fine, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, I think you're fine.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Welcome to a podcast. We'll save this relationship with Josh and Sarah. Sarah's already clipping out the mic, and she's doing ASMR with her water bottle, so she doesn't have to. All of our listeners want to kill themselves more than we want to kill ourselves.
Well, they're going to want to kill themselves in a minute because we're fucking reviewing the second AJR album, Josh.
You're true.
You did this.
I did do this.
Sorry, if I want to kill myself, you should want to kill yourself too. At this point.
Did we learn nothing from Bo Burnham last week? 2 weeks ago?
I feel like I learned that from Bo Burnham.
That's true. That's true, yeah. So how are you doing, Sarah? How are you doing today?
I'm not doing good, Josh.
You're not doing good?
Honest with you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not doing good either. I've cooled off, I think, but I know I'm going to get angry.
I've just been quietly stewing.
I get it.
Like
I've distracted myself setting up and getting water, and I've been chilling.
Yeah.
But I know once I look at my notes, I'm going to be very angry today.
We're going to have to go through this whole bullshit.
So we have an ongoing series.
Yes.
Because I decree it so.
Yeah.
Because this is a tyranny.
This is my comeuppance from when I made him watch the great Trapped in the Closet by R. Kelly.
Yeah.
This is my comeuppance because he hated it so bad that he had to torture me with dog shit. He had to torture me with dog shit. I had to.
Because sometimes I wonder if we're doing it for the clicks, Sarah.
Or the click in our heads.
When we talk, because we click in our heads when we talk, because we have a very specific tempo to our natural. I don't fucking know what I'm saying. So we listened to, what was it called? Is it called The Click?
It's called The Click.
It's called The Click with Adam Sandler. And it's a very fun, album.
Pretty funny jokes, Josh, you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you right now. Those jokes, top tier, 10 out of 10 jokes. Josh, you have earned the Nobel motherfucking Peace Prize for jokes right there. Boy, oh boy, the album's name was The Click, and you decided to make a reference to the shittier movie. Wait,
whoa, hold on. Wait, are you really gonna argue
Adam
that Click
Sandler?
The movie is worse than Click the album?
There's a dog that like poops, and he rewinds the dog poop.
No, he fast forwards through it, so he doesn't have to deal with it.
He fast forwards through sex because he's bored. And then he's like, but I wanted to have sex.
Sarah, what's worse? What's worse, being a virgin or having sex but being bored of it and skipping over it?
Honestly, either sounds like hell. Honestly, either sounds like hell.
Like this notepad entails, there is a lot of... So, The Click, AJR's second album. We listened to Living Room.
Click with Adam Sandler? The joke that you made? The really good joke that got you the Nobel Peace Prize of jokes?
I mean, I thought it was so good that that was the first thing I wrote down in my notes.
The Nobel Comedy
AJR
Prize?
Click starring Adam Sandler. That was the first thing I wrote in my notes.
Really?
Dude, yeah,
Are you for
fucking
real?
right there. Yeah, I wrote that down. Yeah.
Wow.
That was the first thing I thought of because I didn't want to think of this fucking album. That's why.
I thought that was off the cuff. That's why I was going in on you so hard. But you really planned for that
I did
joke.
plan for it, yeah. Which makes it worse.
Yeah, it does. A lot worse.
So we listened to AJR's The Click.
Whoops.
With...
Oops.
Not Steve Buscemi. Who's the other guy?
With who?
Who's Christopher Walken and...
Forgot Christopher Walken's in
that movie. Name actors in Click every single time I mention the title, The Click.
That dog, his hot daughter, the remote from Click.
I will say I'd rather talk about Adam Sandler's Click.
The remote from Click is the one rewinding and forwarding the samples in the Click.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
I've warmed up to the joke.
We've made it work, everybody.
We made the joke work.
I decree it to work.
We got
so
through
it's gonna fucking work, guys.
3 minutes of the podcast and we've made total of one joke so far.
Yeah, and that's the only joke we're gonna make because I don't want to fucking make any other jokes.
Yeah.
So okay, all right, okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I really don't want to talk about this album. I'm
Me
sorry.
neither.
I really don't want to do it.
I really don't want to do it.
AJR's The Click, their second album. First album was Living Room. They've made like 20 EPs. I'm not gonna fucking listen to any of them.
No,
because whatever they release to an EP has to be worse.
Gonna be on the,
than whatever this is, and this is already shit.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like bringing a toaster to a bathtub right now. So I'd rather just stay alive for a little while longer. If I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I've grown to love life. You know,
I've grown to love life because I've seen what it is without life, and that's how AJR's The Click makes me feel. It shows me what life isn't like. So
yeah, brothers Aaron. John,
Raymond,
Aaron, Raymond, and John, AJR,
three brothers
went to hell, recorded this album in hell, came back, showed everybody, hey, look, this is what it sounds like in hell, and everybody was like, oh my god, that sounds terrible. And then a bunch of 14-year-olds were like, that's really fucking deep.
Yeah, that's actually interesting because the way you framed all of AJR is that the second album, which is this one, was the good album.
It is the good album.
I don't believe that.
No, that's the good album.
I really don't. I can't believe that's the good album.
Is it better than the first one?
I don't know.
I also don't know.
Honestly. I actually don't know because I'm not gonna listen to. I think they might be about even, because I think it's very interesting. I guess my overall thoughts before we go song by song.
Yeah.
Because we have to go song by song. There's no fucking way else we can accurately describe how shit this album is without going piece by piece into it.
Bro, what if this is the one episode where I cry on camera?
Might be. I don't know.
Every other episode.
And then we get those clicks.
We get those white women crying clicks.
Yeah. I musically,
it's gotten better. That's, I think,
undeniable. With an asterisk. With an asterisk
of what?
I mean, when they don't fuck it up, I guess.
Well, I mean, the bar last time was none of this makes any sense.
There's no coherency to Living Room.
We finally have coherency in this album.
But that's like such a bare minimum. And even then, like 2 minutes into a song, they'll just
do you judge a goldfish
it
by how far it can climb a tree? No, you do not, Joshua. Say the Beatles is like a monkey and it's at the top of the fucking tree. AJR's a fucking goldfish flopping around on the fucking sand until it dies. Until it dies. And let's hope to God that day comes soon. All right? Because right now, holy shit, we're just
all right.
all suffering.
Fair enough.
How long do we
Okay.
have to view death?
Fine. Yes, musically they're better. All right.
Yes.
I'll recede on that. Lyrically, I'm willing to bet they're worse.
The fish touched the bark this time. Whoa!
Well, the fish the fish touched the bark just to go back to the shore. Like,
yeah, it was on accident.
Yeah,
but he still did it. He deserves like a C minus.
I mean, in the American education system, I'll allow that.
Yeah. I'm not saying he needs to get into AP classes.
Well, okay, but hold on, because I'm still. I think lyrically it kind of fucks it up even more.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
That's what makes it worse. That's what makes it worse is that lyrically they've gotten worse somehow.
Do you want to hear what I think happened?
What do you think happened?
So they made their first album. They sent it to SZA. They sent it to SZA, whoever it was.
It was Sia. SZA would
SZA's
not.
like good, right?
SZA's good, yeah.
Sia's the one that hates autistic people, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sia was like,
let me send this out to everybody. Let's
they're
blow
gonna
these
love
kids up. I gotta get these kids on the front page of Twitter. And then they blew up and they got all this money, right?
Yeah.
Regardless of what they say on the album, because they're constantly
there's a lot of contradictory.
Complaining that they're poor or whatever.
No, they're complaining about both sides.
No, they say that they're a starving artist.
Yeah, they're not.
They're not.
They're not. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know why the fuck they said that.
I'm sorry. If you got 14-year-olds in your audience,
if you're going to,
I'm sorry, baby.
You're in a fucking.
You're rich as fuck.
You're in a dorm room. You have at least some sort of money from either student loans or your parents to actually live at college. I could never fucking live at college. Are you kidding me?
Insane. Yeah, I had to save up $10,000 to even start, and then I had to take out loans.
Yeah, exactly. So
you know,
you have money somewhere.
Yeah, no, but like fucking So they're complaining that they're poor, but y'all rich as fuck now. They got all this money.
Oh, for sure.
It comes time to make album number 2 in the contract of whatever they have.
Yeah.
And they're making it. They're making it.
They're making it.
And the guy that's supposed to do lyrics is like, he's chopping broccoli. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He's getting up there and he's just like, I want to call my dad. I gotta call my dad.
So they
and that's what it is.
Yeah, they were smart or wealthy enough to bring in people to make better.
They brought
mixes.
in a string player.
They brought in a string player, and I enjoyed the strings on here when it wasn't a sample. And
I'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
I'm fired up and ready to get to that.
They were smart enough to bring in people like Rivers Cuomo to sing and do guitar work,
which it's really fun. You didn't recognize.
I didn't recognize he sings because they all sounded the same. Because they're all fucking white people. Who cares?
When I recognized him singing, he sounded really pissed off in my mind.
It's like, fuck, I work with these assholes.
It sounded to me like he was fucking chugging along a guitar, and he's just like because he says the same thing 4 times. Because everything the AJR.
Yeah, we'll get into that because there's multiple times throughout the album they just repeat the same line because they think it's like
deep, and it's always the worst.
It's
possible
the worst
line.
fucking line. I've written them down. We'll get to that, but overall, bad album.
Yeah, really, really bad. Like really, really bad.
I mean, this is why I have to think that this is worse than the first album overall. Because I don't think after the first. I think after the first one, I think I was more energized and surprised by it.
Yeah, I was more angry. I was more
angry. This
makes me sad.
This makes me sad and surprised in like a very different way. I guess surprised in like how shallow it became. Like you say that the bar was set pretty low. I feel like they kind of lowered it a little bit overall.
I mean, do you think the last one was deep?
No, it wasn't. This one's not deep either.
No.
It's actually, this one's probably, I mean, okay, the crumbs in the last one.
Yeah.
Less crumbs in this one to munch off of and think about.
Okay, I can understand that.
I mean, because the first album is so shitty musically that I didn't pay that much attention to the lyrics, and I had to look at the genius to figure out what they were talking about.
Yeah,
and then I was like, okay, these are just shitty lyrics.
Yeah. This one is like
the music got better, but at the detriment to the band because I actually focused on the lyrics
more. Yeah,
yeah,
because we weren't shocked at how bad the music was.
Yeah, and now I'm shocked at how bad the lyrics are, and I don't know. I mean, honestly, one song on here I hate enough, I think, just to make me hate this album altogether.
Yeah, you do.
So that's my
And
bias.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Honestly.
So I think that's why I hate it. I will say after the first technical song on here, I wasn't hopeful, but I was like, maybe this is okay. Which I guess is hopeful. I guess I was a little bit hopeful that like this.
I went into a fugue state.
Yeah.
I got PTSD like from back in.
That being said, I think okay. You just want to go song by song at this point. All right. So first song's Overture, and this was the first not 5 seconds. The first 6 seconds to 20 seconds. Not even okay, because the first 6 seconds, the first bars,
the metronome beginning made me want to throw up. Because it's such a pretentious idea.
It is. That being said, I think where they fucked up is that they did it for 4 measures.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they're gonna, okay, you can.
Who wants to listen to a metronome for 4 measures?
Theoretically speaking, I think you could do a metronome 1 or 2 measures tops.
Yes.
Yes.
We talked about this last time. You're only really supposed to do things twice.
Yeah. But they love themselves.
Yeah, that's literally what they think. They're such hot shit. They can put whatever slop they want in your face and you'll eat it up. And the sad thing about it is it's true because their audience are 7-year-olds.
Yeah, and they're
at least 7-year-olds mentally.
Not wrong. Not wrong. But after the metronome, which I was sick of. I was sick of the metronome because it was too long. Yeah. It had decent piano chords afterwards.
Yeah, the first bit was like all right,
and then it got back into AJR.
I didn't have high hopes for it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, but I was surprised that like I was even like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
this is different than the first album for sure.
I think you came at it with a more unbiased view. I'm gonna give you that. I know that this album is bad.
Well, yeah, I knew this album was gonna be bad. I didn't think it was gonna be this bad.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, I did, but I didn't. But I did. I figured it. It was like when it got worse and worse and worse, it wasn't surprising. It was like, well, yeah, of course. They're on a downward trend. No way that they're like, of course they're going to go lower. That makes total sense to me.
Another thing too is that I was very curious how low it would go. Yeah, because it went very low.
It went pretty low.
Yeah, and but even in the overture, I knew that like, okay, there was going to be bits and pieces that were going to be shitty. Yeah. Obviously, because they have a piece of every song in there and there's shitty songs. Yeah. I didn't think that it was going to be as shitty as it was from the overture. And I don't know if that's a compliment to the overture for faking me out or a fuck you to the overture for faking me out.
So you're saying that the overture was shitty and you didn't think it was going to be as shitty as the overture?
I think that the overture was shitty. The overture was shitty, but I didn't think it was going to be as shitty overall, especially compared to the first overture. We listened to the first overture to remind us of the first album a little bit, and there was definitely a noticeable increase in quality.
Well, yeah. So I think the overture on this album is the best song on the album.
Yeah, because there's no lyrics.
Because they shut the fuck up.
They shut the fuck up. I mean, well, that's not true. At the end, they have the motif.
It's the least amount of words that they sing on this album.
Yeah, and they don't waste their time. They do. I mean, they do waste their time. Everything that AJR does wastes everyone's time.
This is a waste of time. Yes, but also, it actually to me felt like it was creating a story from the songs that they had on their album, which is what an overture is really supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a piece of each piece that's going to be through the musical symphony, whatever that they're doing, and then it creates one piece of music. Yeah. It's an incredibly pretentious thing that is left to classical music because that's on a grand scale. You don't take the fucking statue of David and shrink it down to a paperweight you bring to your fucking accountant job. Unless you do, but then that's fucking tacky and everybody else is Like, oh my God, Jan over there has the fucking statue of David because she went to Italy that one time and bought it in the gift shop. Wow. She's throwing the fact that she went to Italy all in our faces. That's so fucking cool, Jan. How about you shut the fuck up and stop eating fish at your desk? Stop it. Stop it. It's making everybody very uncomfortable with you. That's what it is.
Yes.
You don't just take an entire orchestra on a giant stage in a giant amphitheater and boil it down to, what if we put little fucking little electronic music and oh my God,
what if we make it
guys,
skip? What if we make it repeat and skip?
Brothers, me and my brothers, my two brothers and I, who we totally don't fuck each other or whatever. Me and my two brothers, let's all get together. What if
I'm kind of surprised that we already got to the brother fucking.
Hey, brothers, what if we took a string song and we put it over a beat? Nobody's ever done that
Never
before.
Been done before. It's not even a genre of music ever.
Oh my God, brother, you're such a genius. Why don't you whip out that dick and I'll suck it for you? I thought you'd never ask, brother.
So I gotta ask you a question, Sarah.
I guess I'll just watch, says the third one.
I get it.
Yeah, you know. It's such a pretentious thing to start your album off with an overture, A, and then B, go into a song about how the other album you made didn't get that much views.
Did it really not? I guess I know the second one popped up, but I thought that they already had a pretty established fan base by this point.
I think maybe, but I don't think the first album did, honestly.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
It's a first album.
Well, yeah.
And it was also bad. But also it's a first album. Nobody's first album pops off.
Well, no,
like
but
that.
they had the song with the SpongeBob single was top of the charts.
But it was like one. And it didn't top the charts.
Oh yeah, it didn't top it. But
nothing they've ever made has topped the chart.
But didn't they got like top 10 on that one though, right?
No. It was like got like 11.
Hold on.
Look it up.
Still 11,
I might be wrong, but I mean, like,
okay, but if your first album has a top 11
and you're complaining, I think you can.
Well, no, I'm saying you have a fan base. Then you probably will have some sort of fan base. That's nothing to scoff
Josh,
about.
are you arguing with me that they said that their first album didn't get that many views?
Well, if they said that their first album didn't get that many first views, I think they're lying.
Yeah. Or
their definition of low views is demonstrably
high,
misleading.
Yeah.
Like, okay, hold on. AJR, what is it? I'm Ready?
Yes.
I swear to fucking God, if it's top 10, they complained about having first views. I
thought it wasn't, but I don't know. I don't care enough, honestly.
Oh my God, hold on. Yeah, it's a fucking Wikipedia article, baby.
Or it got like top 2 in like Canada or something.
Okay, never mind. So it peaked number 5 in Australia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're right. Yeah, number 65 on Billboard Hot 100 in 2014, certified platinum 2015.
Yeah, it's both of that shit. Yeah, no.
Oh,
so
wow,
they're
fuck
saying
them.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, in another song, they're like, "But maybe this time we'll top the charts." Aww.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I missed that line.
Everybody feel bad for AJR because we didn't get a number 1.
I definitely missed that line then, because I know they bitch about.
I'm really upset because I put a lot of work in my music and I didn't get number 1.
Yeah. I mean,
I can't be sorry for you, man. I'm sorry.
Because okay, yeah. So I mean, because in the next one, in the first technical song of the
you shouldn't be doing it to get number 1 on Billboard.
Yeah,
shit's dumb. The fuck?
Yeah, their pursuit of fame is very weird.
It's so strange.
Well, because the first song is called "The Good Part."
Yeah.
Is this the one where they talk about? Well, no, this is a song where they complain about
not getting to the good part, not being famous yet, basically.
I get,
yeah. I guess it's not being successful enough yet.
But like when I first listened to it, I think the theme that I really got is that this is an entitled person just being really fucking lazy because they want to skip ahead, not do any of the hard work. They're not even doing hard work just to get to this What is it?
I think they think they're doing extremely hard work and they haven't gotten the recognition yet. And that's what they're saying. Can I get to win? I get my I've sown what I've and reaped what I've sown.
Okay, yeah, and I'm now looking at my notes. They mention how they're not important yet, which
so
is
they know
very
that they're
weird.
going to be important.
Yeah, that's
which is the
very...
stupidest damn thing I ever done did heard. Did heard.
Yeah, and okay,
I'm upset about it.
Now I'm remembering. Yeah, okay, so
if I have a child and they come running down the stairs, ready to go to middle school, and they're like, can I get to the good part yet? I'm gonna slap them and say, you don't know how fucking good you got it.
Honestly, yeah.
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 The fuck is wrong with you?
This is the good part for you.
This is the good part. What is wrong with you? Get on that fucking school bus and don't worry about rent. I'm not gonna actually slap my kids, but I'm gonna be like, "What's the fuck is wrong with you?"
I was about to say we're not having kids, so who's this kid?
Damn truth.
Who you fucking? It's
my cat. My cat runs down and she's like, "Ma, ma, 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 ma."
All right, Shane,
and I'm just crazy, and I'm like, "Shut up!" Just fucking him.
God, I wish I fucking could read my own handwriting.
Can I try?
I mean, it says either kind of like the piano chords, but still shitty lyrics.
Yeah,
that's what I wrote.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so all right, this first song sets up that tone, right? Of I want to be important.
Yeah.
I have this ego, this drive in me.
Yeah.
To just be important.
Yeah.
Not fucking care.
Yeah.
Can we? Because the only way to really group that is with I'm Not Famous, which happens. I think. What is it?
Like way down the line.
Yeah.
It's like third from the bottom, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the fourth. It's the fourth from the bottom.
Do you think I'm Not Famous is the most listenable song of the album?
No, because I can't remember it. I guess yes, because I can't remember it.
Yes, because you can't remember it?
Well, yeah, because if I listen to it, I'm going to forget about it. I mean, I think I'm not. I can see why. From what I can tell, I think I can understand why I'm Not Famous was the hit from this one.
Mm.
I did write, Sarah. I used to like this one.
It wasn't.
And so you all get to know this one.
I did. I used to like this one.
I wrote down liar.
Because I'm a why? What?
Oh no, they're liars. Sorry, they're liars.
What can I fucking say? What? Calling me a liar?
No.
What have I lied about?
Nothing. You haven't lied about anything. I called them liars because this is the one song that completely destroys every other song. On this album.
Because after the first one, they're like, I am so fucking famous and busy.
Yeah. But what they're saying with the first songs they have is that they want to be famous. They want to have that importance. They want to have that importance. But fourth to last one, which I don't know, I'm Not Famous is they're happy that they're not
because
important.
They're the good part about
haters.
They don't have haters, yeah.
Which is really dumb.
It's pretty dumb.
What do you want? You know,
yeah, like what the fuck do you want?
I mean, it's very much they because they want to be famous. They want that fame. They want that importance. And the idea that like I know I'm talking in circles.
The entire conversation.
The entire conversation flips.
As a musician is inconsequential.
Yeah.
You should not be doing it to get famous because everybody knows if you do it to get famous. I know that AJR is doing it to get famous. Yeah. They didn't have to tell me. I knew it because they make shitty music. Yeah, everybody's going to know if you make shitty music that you don't actually care about music.
Yeah.
We know.
Which is also,
and if you do care about music, you might make music that some people won't like, but other people will like it because you're putting your passion into music.
And I even going off of this,
the whole point.
They have
even talking about it, even getting the concept of making a song about wanting to be famous unless you're Bo fucking Burnham and you're making a comedy special that's a meta-analysis of why the internet is bad, then you shouldn't be making that. That's a bad idea.
Yeah, and it's weird.
And you shouldn't be in music, honestly.
You shouldn't be in music. And it's weird hearing you complain about it.
Yeah.
From both angles of being famous to not being famous, to wanting to be famous to not wanting to be famous. It's very contradictory, and it's very muddying of whatever point that you're trying to make with this album.
Well,
because there's another song that I want to bring up real quick into the discussion. It's Drama. Drama is a dumb song because it's about drama, which I wanted to, in the theme of wanting to not be famous. A drawback of being famous would be that people talk about you because you're famous. I think in the last song they also talk about like, oh, all my friends are now in the Bahamas because I gave them money or something.
I don't think they said
that's not that. No, I guess
just
that's
in
what
the
I took from
Bahamas
it.
at a
There's
bar, and they're like, "Come over," and then they're like, "I can't."
Friends, then
I can't do it because you can go to the Bahamas. It's not that hard. I know people who've gone to the Bahamas.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, people go.
I don't know. I guess so. Like, what is it? I wrote. Can I say the one line that made me laugh out loud when we first heard it?
Yeah.
When did my friends become so loud?
Yeah. What the fuck does that mean?
It's like,
and also AJR is complaining that their friends are loud.
When they
have you heard your own music
platform
about being fucking loud and obnoxious? Or being famous?
Yeah. It's very much like what is it? A main theme with AJR is very shallow interpretations and trying to talk about these. Not all. There's some ideas we'll talk about that aren't good.
Yeah. Josh made a point earlier that is heavily debunked by listening to AJR, not even providing any evidence.
I thought that there was no such thing as a bad idea. There's a lot of bad ideas.
Yes. There are many bad ideas.
I know that now.
Yes.
I feel silly.
Yeah.
What is it? So there are ideas in here that if you gave it to a better person, you could have something good out of it. I mean, there is something about drama culture that is inherently shallow. There is something about, like, what is it? There's something about the idea of like reality TV shows that try to interpret reality and mix with reality in such a way that it's very degrading and harmful to society. The thing is, though, they don't talk about the society part. They don't explain why it's harmful. They don't explain why. They just say it's harmful. Don't give any reason for it. And it seems like they're just making a joke like, do you really think this is harmful? It feels weird to me, I guess.
I mean, I think that take is actually kind of cringe. I think that take on reality TV is not based in red pilled. I'm gonna be honest. Fucking reality TV is there like the junk food of television. It is there for the people who sit here during the day and have nothing else to watch. And they watch this sort of mass media, whatever, about Kim Kardashian and whatever. And it's something that appeals to every base human instinct of, let's watch pretty people get into fights, you know? And you sit here and you watch it, and there's something human about it. Watching two other apes, you know, fucking... And I mean apes as in, like, the fucking evolution way. You know, it's socialized with each other and sit there in a room and then get angry with each other and then get sad and then get whatever. And you can decide whether or not they're right or they're wrong. And in the end, you don't know them. You know, that's the end of the fucking story. Is all of these stories are stories.
Is that a good or bad thing, though? That's the thing.
Is it?
Is it a thing?
Does it have to be good or bad at all? Or is it just a thought experiment built by capitalism?
You said the word capitalism, so it's a bad thing.
It's reality.
Now it's based in red pilled.
I don't know. I just think it's like boomery to be like reality TV. It's built into the system. It's built into the walls. You know, you can't not look at it. Sort of even say like, "Oh, my friends are loud and full of drama." To me, just sounds like you hate your friends.
Yeah, that's true. I think. Maybe you just have shitty friends then.
Maybe you just have shitty friends. Or maybe you're the shitty friend, honestly. Most of the time, if it's everybody else other than you, you're probably shitty.
9 times out of 10.
9 times out of 10.
Very few exceptions to that rule. I get that.
Yeah.
I can understand that. What other ideas do I think could have been good? Not the click track. I can't think of a good way to have a click track involved.
I don't think that's...
Or no, sorry. The metaphor of the click track is the clicks of the social media versus clicks of a
Stupid
metronome.
forced
That's
metaphor.
dumb. That's
That
a
is
very
really
forced
dumb.
metaphor. Yeah, I mean,
one time when... Okay, let me tell you a little story about metronomes.
yeah.
One time when I was a child, I was doing in middle school, or maybe I think it was actually high school. I was playing viola and I was getting ready for solo and ensemble, which is a competition.
Mm.
And I was playing this piece, and we had this creepy ass fucking bass instructor, because the conductor at my high school didn't know how to teach bass.
And so they brought in a bass player.
So they brought in a bass player.
And all bass players are inherently creepy.
No, this guy was especially creepy.
Oh,
a lot of
really?
bass players are very, very cool, and you should get to know them. But this guy, no.
Damn.
This guy was weird. This guy, he had weird slicked back hair. He had deep set eyes. He was obviously crushed by the music industry.
Oh, yeah.
Or was, I don't know, on drugs. And that's fine, whatever. I don't care. But like, you know,
AJR taught us that drugs are bad. So
don't bring this guy around kids, is my point.
okay, all
this
right.
guy's too adult. You know, this guy, he was my first glimpse into the music industry, which is that it's adult. You know? And so he brought me and a different friend of mine into a practice room to get listen to our pieces and give feedback.
Don't like where this is going.
And he listened to mine and he was like, "Oh, you're not in rhythm." And then he told this story about how at his house he has a metronome in every room, and he plays it constantly at 90 beats per minute, or whatever it is that he is practicing at that time, and has it playing every day 24/7. Because that's how dedicated he is to being on time.
Not gonna lie, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of
that's batshit insane.
That's not okay, actually.
And I thought, as a teen, and this is a theme I actually want to get into in this album, that's how professional musicians do it. And I'm sure some of them do, actually. But that guy made me realize maybe this ain't the shit for me. Because I do not want to do that. Maybe some musicians want to hear a fucking click track, but at the end of the day, you're really just kind of appealing to middle school musicians. Which then, at that point, if you are appealing to middle school musicians,
why are you
and
appealing?
children, why?
What's your intentions?
What's
with that?
your intention with this album? What kind of an influence are you supposed to be on children? You don't, you're good. You don't want to be fucking on alcohol. You don't like drugs. You don't like sex. You don't like kissing.
That's actually interesting that you bring that up now. This album does kind of remind me of like DARE campaigns. And
absolutely. It's very anti-everything.
Yeah, it's very...
Except for fame and hard work.
No, it's not even... No, wait, no. It's not pro-hard work. It is not pro-hard work.
He says, I'm doing a lot of hard work. And that's
but he would want to skip through all that hard work, and we know that from the second song, the first song, because he just wants to get to the good part.
Well, okay, but that's the first song. Do you think there's a storyline to, at the end of it, well, to get the clicks, or to follow the click in my head, I have to do a lot of hard work and skip a lot of parties?
No.
You don't think so?
I mean, I because I feel like that would give AJR too much credit to have an arc. I want to say they just want to be like, social media is bad, and why don't we just make music?
So you think that their image that they are showing to people,
I don't know,
is that they're slackers who are talented?
No, that's true. I mean,
that's not true.
That is not true. You're right. Well, okay, I'm sorry.
They say that they're hardworking musicians, but they want to.
They also say they want to be famous, but they don't want to be famous.
Yeah. Yes.
There's a... I don't know what to believe about AJR.
The beginning, can we get to the good part yet? Is a beginning song.
Okay.
Because it's realizing I have to get through the hard work to get to the good part. But I don't want to because it's a kid mentality and they're appealing to children. They're appealing to literal children.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And at the end of it, they're fucking going through this whole whatever. I don't like drugs. I don't like this. I don't smoke weed, but you can. I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. A kiss is bad for me for some reason. That was so weird in Week where they're like fucking one sip bad for me. Whatever. One kiss bad for me? A kiss? That's it?
Was it really?
A kiss? Wow. Honey, what? That's weird.
I missed the kiss. I only
heard
the
touch bad for me.
the loving touch of another human being bad.
Brushing up against the postman bad for me. Looking at another man in the eyes bad for me. Sin against God. This is a Christ band now.
I'm gonna be real with you. I wouldn't be surprised. Like if we get to like the next album and there's some weird Christian overtones, I wouldn't be surprised.
By the end of it, I was very like, what are you trying to say, AJR? Because you are obviously appealing to children.
Well, yeah, they're appealing to children, but I feel like every song is either negated by a separate song because there's no. I mean, I guess if the arc is what you're saying it is, I guess that could be.
I mean, listen.
But
I don't think the arc is artistic enough to be like, here's a beginning and here's an end and here's a middle. I think some kids are this way, so I'm gonna write a song for those kids that are that way, and I'll write another song for the other kids that are that way.
And then it just so happened that there's a semi. You could connect some dots, and okay, that's okay. You know what? I can relate with that.
We have to appeal to as many children as possible.
Okay, that's fair then.
Yeah.
Which apparently the one they won't connect to are the drug people. Even with Weak, it really that one. Because Weak is like, Weak is the one where it's like, oh, you're like you said, it's the one sip, one drink. It feels like it's supposed to be like we can go out and get crunk tonight or whatever. Am I right, teens?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like. But in the context of this album, in the context of AJR in general, it feels not sarcastic because they don't know how to be sarcastic. They're not cool.
No, they're not.
But that's what it comes off as. It comes off as like an ironic portrayal of that.
Yeah.
And I know it's meant for teens, but like, no, it's not. I want to say what teen would listen to this, but I know that there's a lot of teens that listen to it because
band kids, orchestra kids,
band and orchestra kids who have
chorus kids, yeah,
who never listened to like Daft Punk or something. And was like, oh, this is dance music. This is electronic music.
No, it's band kids and orchestra kids and chorus kids who were just listening to dubstep and just came out of it.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Yeah, I can understand the dubstep then.
Yeah. You got to think about it in the time that they are in, you know?
Yeah, that's true. This is what, 4 or 5 years ago?
This is like Imagine Dragons peak era. You know what I mean?
Thank God we're out of that. Holy shit.
Fucking God.
I can't like I'm sorry that I'm very all over the place to a listener and Sarah because
it's okay. I feel you.
My brain is hurting right now.
It's a bad album.
It really is. And like, I mean, I
think a lot of this is what are their true I don't believe any of their true intentions at all.
I mean, other than getting money, I can't tell you what their point is.
Yeah, there's nothing in here that's earnest, but every lyric is dreadfully earnest.
Yeah, I mean,
because it's simple.
Yeah, so I mean, okay,
that's why I was singing A B C D E F G in the middle of every fucking song.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, because it's like, literally, it's basically.
Then you learn your 1, 2, 3s. You know, that's what it is.
I mean, fuck, man, I get it. Can we talk about all the drug songs? Because we're already talking about Weak.
Yeah, there's a lot of anti-drugs.
There's a lot of anti-drugs, but also they try to play it off like it's not anti-drug. And at least one of them.
Oh, the weed, no grass.
So yeah, so the
I thought it was that he didn't touch grass in the beginning when you said the title of it.
So the anti-drug ones, it's Weak. It's Sober Up, I presume. I mean, it's called Sober Up. I don't fucking No Grass Today. That's oh no, Bud Like You actually has a pretty strong anti-drug stance to it too.
Yeah, because as everybody in here all just wants to
Get
come in
drunk
here,
and
get high.
I want you to
Fuck
Uber me
them.
home. Yeah. So I mean,
you're my friend.
I think I'm gonna say Sober Up is technically not the best because there's no best song here. I think this one is the most poppy of all of them. I think this one actually, because this one doesn't have, I think, that EDM bullshit influence that AJR has. And Rivers Cuomo's is on it from Weezer. He's on it.
Yeah.
So I think he does bring something to the table.
I mean, yeah, it's fine.
I mean, there's no table to bring stuff onto,
table.
but it works. I mean, because the best way I can put it, as I wrote in my notes, is that Rivers Cuomo came in and the band was basically just like a garage band, like basic track that comes with like iMovie or whatever, and he just did a solo over it. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they probably didn't even meet.
Yeah, like exactly.
Yeah, they probably weren't even in the same room. I don't know. Maybe they were.
Yeah,
I don't care. Honestly, if you are an AJR fan and you're like, but no, they did an interview where they were together, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I really don't.
I don't
care
really
either.
care. It doesn't matter. It's still a bad song.
Sober Up's also kind of isn't Sober Up also like a love song? Is it like he's getting sober for someone or something?
I don't know. I hate this kind of metaphor where a love is a drug, whatever. If you're not Kesha, don't do it.
Yeah,
she
Kesha already did it.
She's done.
Yeah, we're done.
Everybody, well, she's not done. She's fucking great.
Oh
but
yeah,
like,
well,
fucking everybody else.
She cornered that market.
She cornered that market. You don't need to do that shit anymore. It's okay. Stop. If you're a white woman, calling a woman that you're in love a drug that you need to sober up from. I'm really fucking tired of it. Honestly, it's done to death. And it's also anytime that you're speaking about a woman and you're making her into a metaphor of something ethereal or not a human person, it comes across as misogynist. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it does.
It really does. I don't know if that's too woke hashtag for you guys, but I don't know.
SJW Sarah comes in.
That's just personally how I feel as a woman.
Well, I get it. Can we talk about the line? So AJR repeats a lot of lines. This is not related to the drugs, I guess. But they repeat lines over and over again. They have a thing where they do things in fours.
Mm-hmm.
The line that made us laugh out loud, that was repeated 4 times, was "My favorite color is you."
Yeah,
because I didn't realize. I think this is when I kind of gave up.
Yeah, that was the first line where we really laughed very hard.
This is a meme now.
This is wow,
not okay.
This is getting there.
But on drugs.
Mm-hmm. Is this still in touch grass?
No, we haven't even gotten to grass. I'm about to talk about grass now.
Oh, okay, great.
No grass today is what it is.
Yeah. They said touch grass. That's funny.
They do say touch grass because they're I don't fucking know. All right, so I don't fucking care, man. I'm having a mental breakdown on camera.
Okay.
So can I be honest? Can I tell you the first thing I wrote?
Yeah, what's the first thing?
In quotes, this is AJR to kids. Weed is gay, and that's all that.
Weed is fucking gay.
Weed is fucking gay.
Weed is gay. Don't smoke it.
Don't smoke it.
Be cool like us and don't smoke it.
He's like, guys, I wish I could smoke, but I gotta play an instrument today.
Yeah, I know.
It's that,
and then proceeds to play the shittiest fucking song I've ever heard.
Yeah, but okay, because like here's the thing. He's like in the song. Whichever dumb fuck brother wrote this that isn't high right now, whatever fucking dumbass brother decided to get out of their fucking little cave and pretend like they live in this society, which they don't. They say that they don't care if you smoke weed, but they also imply that like they've smoked weed and never got creative shit out of it.
Yeah, so that's what they're saying is I don't smoke weed because I'm too awesome and it would dull my awesomeness as a musician.
No, I thought I mean yes.
That's what they're saying.
That's what they're saying. But I also
can't smoke weed because I'm on stage.
But I think but in the song I think they also imply that like I don't get how anyone could smoke weed and get some creative output out of it.
Which is the wildest damn thing I ever done did heard. Like, what are you talking about? Did you smoke weed one time
And
and
we were
got
like,
too high?
I didn't get creative.
And then you were like, fuck this. This is terrible. I have to warn the children.
So I mean, because
Like,
my
what the
fucking
fuck?
my brother-in-law knows everything about weed because
Yeah.
he's a fucking stoner.
Well, he's not anymore.
Not anymore.
He works
Yeah,
for the
he used to
government.
be. He's a recovering stoner. He listened to No Grass today, and he turned it to No Grass anymore. But like, so
I'm
there's
really
like
mad we
different.
didn't take his weed that one time.
Yeah, true. Me
He had
too.
a bunch of weed. He had to throw
Should
it
have
all
just asked
out.
for it.
We should have just asked for it. We were
But
too
like,
shy.
yeah, and whatever.
Yeah.
Not anymore. But like they what is it? There's different types of strains of weed that has like different THC to CBC,
CBC?
CBD.
CBD.
Sorry,
yeah.
THC,
Percentages.
CBD. They have different mixtures of both of those in there that affect your brain differently. And as such, one of them's more
Yes.
for getting high and the other one's for getting creative. Whatever. Okay. You don't have to,
Do you want me to explain it?
yes.
Well, there's like sativa and indicas and hybrids as well.
Yeah.
So, like, fucking indicas are going to have more CBD to THC, and sativas are going to have more THC to CBD. And THC is the thing that gets you high, and CBD is the thing that makes you feel good. So, yeah, fucking, I don't know, maybe he did the fucking wrong type of strain, or he just did too much.
I mean, let's be honest here. Probably none at all.
Yeah, probably didn't even do it. I don't know.
I mean,
probably
'cause, like-
just is dumb and just didn't want to do it. Wanted to make a hit song about fucking not smoking weed because all these kiddies are gonna buy it, and he wants to get close with the parents because the parents are the ones that are paying the money.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and that's the other thing too is that there's a lot of, we talk about them having like EDM influence, but it's like they've never been to a club, but they try to make dance-ish music.
That's what it sounds to me. It sounds like a bunch of middle schoolers got together and tried to make, while somehow coming off as boomers pretending to be kids.
Yeah, and like
It's so weird.
I wrote in my notes because it kind of reminds me of like a very, 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 very bad Daft Punk, especially in this song because there's a very specific vocal sample they use.
Oh yeah, you did.
It's not the vocal sample that Daft Punk uses. There's one song in I think it's in Discovery, which is like the big Daft Punk album that everyone loves. It's the one that has like Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger on it.
The helmet on it.
There's one song on there that has a very specific vocal sample that they repeat and use in like a creative way. It's like 5 different songs. I think I've showed you it.
I think so.
Because it has an Alan Parsons vocal sample. This song specifically has a female sample to it. But instead of doing like something creative with it, they play it and then stutter it, and then that's it. And that's a very common theme in AJR is the stutter effect. And the DJ wiki wow thing, And it's very
I want to make another point about this.
Yeah.
AJR is stealing from black culture and then displaying it in the worst way possible. There's so many times when their voices sound like reggae musicians, and it bothers me because it's just...
Yeah, you know what? You're right now that you say that.
You can't do this and make it bad. You can't do this and make it bad. You can't take a spiritual sound, a spiritual influence from somebody else and make it into some shitty music that you think is going to get you rich. And it's also in a song where you're asking people to get you rich. That's not what reggae is about. That's not what any of the influences that you're coming from are about. That's not what anything is about.
Actually, yeah, that's actually the next song. The AJR thinks drugs are bad. But then
AJR thinks drugs are bad, but they're also taking influence from literally every single indigenous Afro-American culture.
And to go on the point that you're making right now about how they bitch about like not being famous or whatever.
Yeah.
And the next song is the one that they really talk about the charts.
Yeah.
Which
is 3 minutes 30.
Yeah, 3:30 is what it is.
Where they're complaining about how hard it is to write a song that is deep enough for what people want and fit into 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna tell you this right now, viewer. It's not hard.
It isn't. Can we talk about the line that is the fucking dumbest line?
Well, hold on. 3 minutes and 30 seconds is a lot of time to fill. Viewer, I want you to go and write a poem or some lyrics for your own personal song, and then I want you to sing them over a backing track of anything. Anything. And I want you to take that poem and count how many minutes it took you to finish that poem. Because I promise you it's going to be under 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And if it's not, also, who cares?
Yes.
If you're writing music because you love it, like you say that you are, you wouldn't care if it went over 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Honestly.
No, yeah, obviously. Any song can be good and be at any literal time. I don't know. I guess the typical pop song is probably around 3 minutes 30, which I don't even think that's true anymore because we, in the age of Spotify, there's now an incentive because Spotify only counts songs as plays after 30 seconds, and you only get paid for those 30 seconds, basically. There's an incentive to make songs that are only like a minute 30 now.
That makes sense.
And that songs are slowly becoming that.
Yeah.
Unless it's like, like the classic pop stars. I think Taylor Swift doesn't really do that, but like they still do like even 2 minutes 30 is like considered long now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But also like fucking I don't know, it just shouldn't matter to you. The length
No,
of
it shouldn't, of course not.
But okay, this is what I'm thinking. If a company, a record label is coming to them and saying, "This is a great song, can you fit it into 3 minutes and 30 seconds?" And then this is their like punk rock, fuck you, I can't fit all this genius into 3 minutes and 30 seconds, then why do you write into the song bitching at the audience, the person that's going to hear it, that it's our fault?
Well, okay, because this is why I want to make this point because the thing they specifically bitch about is that they think 2 points. They think that their head is too fast for the mouth coming out, and that B, rappers have it easy because they are able to do it, I guess.
They're able to fit more content into their song. That's what they're mad at rappers about.
They think that it's easier for rappers to do it than for them to
convey a story,
which is
the stupidest damn thing I ever heard.
That's the dumbest thing. I had to write that down.
Have you ever fucking tried to rap? It's hard as balls.
Yeah, rapping is
it's the hardest fucking thing. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
It's another kind of instance where I'm like, this is just a weird diss. This is a
that
weird
makes no
diss.
sense. Yeah, it
on specifically African culture.
Yeah, something that's very
Black American culture.
Yeah, influenced in that way. But
born out of slavery, and you're just gonna come out of here and say
rappers, that you have it easy.
You have it so easy. If you tell a Black American
that they have
it easy, you better run for your fucking life, because no, they fucking don't, and they're about to show you how hard they have it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And no, fucking apologize to them.
If you
holy
listen,
fucking shit, it's Juneteenth tomorrow. Can we all fucking, I don't know. I mean, damn. I can't be not upset when I hear a white person say that rappers have it easy.
And in the same song, they just want you to feel bad for them. AJR wants you to feel bad for AJR.
The white boys who have never gotten into gang violence, the white boys who have never run drugs, the white boys who have never committed murder.
No, feel bad because they only got 65th on the Billboard charts. Because you know how hard we worked to get that SpongeBob sample? We had to torrent SpongeBob and then convert the MP4 to an MP3. That's just as hard.
You don't get my fucking sympathy, AJR, no matter how fucking hard you're trying.
I also wrote down in relation to Bo Burnham, the I'm a special kind of white guy. There's a lot of the vibes in this song of like, I'm trying to just change the world, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to save it from itself.
And I think that's what pisses me off the most, is because we've already established this is them just trying to cozy up to teens and their parents.
Yeah, they're trying to cozy up to them.
Yeah.
To make it seem like, hey guys,
this is a manipulation.
Yeah.
Of an album. And
it's kind of conservative now, the more I think about it.
I know, the more and more conservative it's becoming, because it wants to be played in suburban white homes.
Yeah, so they diss rappers. They ask you to ask you to just listen and buy the records, by the way.
Please.
And also feel bad for us because we're not popular.
Because they want to get to the depressed teens in suburbia.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what they want. So they want to get to the teens that want to be famous in suburbia. The Bo Burnhams before he was born. You know what I mean? Those kind of people.
Yeah.
but they
Fuck.
don't want to. It's it's
Um,
privileged music for privileged children.
Can we talk about the worst song now, actually? Because I think this kind of leads into how that plays into why this song was made. Now that I'm looking at it through that lens of Suburbia,
Yeah.
Netflix Trip makes way more sense why they wrote it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And because Netflix,
you thought it didn't make sense the first time you heard it?
No, I knew it made sense why.
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't. Now that I know, now that I'm rethinking about it, it makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like it seems more sinister.
Yeah, absolutely.
It seems way more like that because this song was already pandering to me.
I remembered my
Sorry,
point. I'm sorry,
point.
but I mean, it kind of matches though.
Okay, yeah.
It's fucking. They try to make these songs in ways that are pandering and connecting with depressed teens and fucking suburbia and taking from black culture and putting it into this, bastardizing it and then distilling it into something that white people can consume. But then also
have the gall
to be morally superior.
Yeah, right.
Like, if you were just pandering, I don't give a shit. Like, if you're just saying drugs are bad, blah, blah, blah. But then you add on not doing drugs makes me a better musician.
Yeah, not doing drugs makes me a better musician. I'm smarter. Basically, I'm smarter than every rapper.
I love that I'm here with my buddy and all of these people in here are getting high, but we're just having fun. Like, you're better than them.
And I can't believe that because we're better, we don't have
more friends,
more fame, more
money. Give
more
us money,
everything.
please, dear God, give us fucking money. And it's just, I don't know. It's weird. It's a terrible, myopic way of looking at the world. Of everybody other than yourself is inferior, and you, the person who has your likes and dislikes, whatever,
turned off.
That's your likes and dislikes that's the correct version of people, and everybody else, don't get to know them, don't try to empathize with them, don't open your worldview, don't ever whatever, don't do that. Just find the people that will create a vacuum.
Yeah,
repeat your ideas back to you.
An
echo chamber.
Pure, pure cracker energy.
Yeah, just pure cracker. Can that be the name of the episode?
Pure cracker energy.
God damn, you know?
Which, and I
that's what that I think is what upsets me the most, because it's not just like, if they were legitimately trying to be a good influence for children,
they're not.
I don't care.
They're not trying to be a good influence for
they
children.
might as well just be the Wiggles to me, but with less music ability. But like, that's like not the
that's not what they are. They're not the Wiggles. They are,
and that's not a diss on the Wiggles. That is good. The Wiggles are dope as fuck.
Fruit Salad is a great song. Don't at me.
Honestly though, not gonna lie.
Salad. Yummy.
They're kind of dope musicians though. Like, they're dope as fuck.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
They know what the fuck they're doing. Yeah.
They're not fucking rich white people at college in their stupid living room.
Right.
Saying,
children.
Well, crazy how we're in our living room.
How crazy is it that we put... God, it sucks, man.
I jokingly said with the I'm not famous AJR fascists, because they're very contradictory in how they're the stronger, but also they're weak.
But no, I think you're right. They are literally...
They are kind of fascists.
Preaching this sort of mentality of us versus them.
Yeah. And
that's what it is. And I think that's a very, very dangerous mentality to put onto teenagers when that is your primary audience. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So let's move on to the stupid fucking Netflix. Song.
Netflix Trip, I think, is when this is why I call this album worse.
Yeah, Josh begged me to turn this off, and I said no.
Because it pissed me the fuck off.
It was really fucking awful.
This is pure cracker energy.
This is the purest.
This is the purest.
This is worse than
cracker energy.
Live, Laugh, Love, Farmhouse ass shit.
Yeah, and
this is pretty bad. Yeah,
this is a song made for every basic white person, male, female, who doesn't matter.
Yeah,
who put The Office is my favorite TV show in their Tinder bios.
Just looking for the gym to my Pam, you know.
That's who this song's made for.
That's literally what this is.
And arguably, AJR is made for everybody. Or for everyone that listens to
every
AJR.
white person.
Every white person.
Yeah.
Netflix Trip is too long, should not exist. It's basically about how watching The Office and becoming friends with the characters as the show progresses, as you watch it on Netflix, because The Office was the only show on Netflix for in your guys' mind. I don't know.
That's true. Yeah.
House. Listen, sure, Kevin Spacey's a rapist, but I mean, House of Cards exists.
Community also exists. I don't know why.
Well, not when the song came out.
Okay, yeah.
Community came out in the last year.
Yeah.
Because Netflix was so desperate for content.
They were like, we got the rapist show and we got The Office.
We need another one. No, not the show we killed or tried to kill. The show we didn't save. Yeah, do it.
That one, yeah.
But yeah, that's the only. Orange is the New Black. There you go. That's another.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't think there's rapists in that one.
I think,
but it's also Hollywood.
I think there literally is rape in the show.
I mean the actors and actresses. I apologize.
Yeah,
but again, they're all pedophiles in Hollywood. So
okay, well,
QAnon.
Is that the symbol for QAnon? Because it's about pedophiles and also Q.
That would be so funny if it was.
So funny.
I don't think it is.
Bro, did we just make the QAnon symbol?
Hey, QAnon. Here you go.
Oh my god! Look at this.
It's the OK sign and then the pedophile.
Yeah, it's the white supremacy and then also the fucking.
That might as well be it.
That might as well be it. It's like a butthole being penetrated by a penis, but then also it's the white power symbol. But then also it makes a Q. Are you fucking? I'm gonna draw that later. Holy shit!
We did it, guys.
That was fucking genius.
It took two leftists to make the symbol for QAnon.
Make the alt-right symbol for QAnon.
So when fascism comes back, we're the ones you get to see.
What's better than a boring fucking Q?
With the American flag in it. This is how you know that no right-wing people are graphic designers.
Yeah, absolutely. You need an artist on your team. Right-wingers.
They spent $1 million to get Adobe CC5 from 20 years ago. They don't even have CC Cloud now. They just.
Can't you get 2017 for free?
Probably. I don't fucking know.
I think you can.
I mean, you can get anything for free if you go on the piratebay.org.
Hey, Pirate Bay, baby. We did not like this album. We did not like talking about this. Can you tell? Can you tell? Can you tell?
I wanna make a point that I've probably made on this podcast, and a point that I'm going to make until the day I die, because there's no end to my hell with The Office. There isn't. I'm tearing up right now because I have to bring this up every fucking time.
Wow.
The Office was an okay show.
It was just fine.
It was fine. It's bottom of the fucking barrel when it comes to decent TV.
Yes.
It was part of a good lineup. And that's the highest praise I have for it.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
How does it feel, Office people, to get one up by the fucking Parks and Rec people?
Yeah, Parks and Rec was better. For sure.
It was better. Listen, guys, I can get why people didn't watch 30 Rock and Community. Those were
30 Rock was great.
Were on at 8. Okay, we get it.
Yeah,
all right,
to be in bed.
You guys didn't want to get up early so you didn't want to turn on NBC too soon because you had the Big Bang Theory on or whatever. It's fine. It's cool, guys.
I mean, let's not pretend like it's not because 8 p.m. was their bedtime. Like, let's not pretend that's not what it was.
They might as well be. Listen, people who watch The Office are mentally asleep for 23 and a half hours a day, and then they wake up
They wake up to watch The Office, and then they go back to bed.
And then they go back to their mundane lives where they think they know everything. Okay? That's fine.
I like this little TV show. It's called The Office.
You fuckers with that mentality of like no one has ever heard of The Office.
Bro, The Office is my life, dude. Bro, everything about The Office.
There's better TV shows. Come on.
Yeah.
We can all admit that The Office had a good cultural impact to TV, but pretending that like that's one and done and no other TV show has even come close.
It's sad because I do think it was a fine show.
Yeah, it's fine.
But it was blown up so much to be the God's gift to TV shows that it's just it can't be. I'm sorry. There are some funny bits in it.
I'm sorry, white people.
Sometimes I'll remember a bit from The Office and I'll laugh.
We all love it when Kevin spilled chili.
I was literally going to say that.
Yeah, that's it.
When don't
Stanley, pretend that Will Ferrell was a good idea. Just don't, please.
Also,
don't.
When Stanley dropped his anime porn,
I don't remember that.
There's a joke that Stanley likes anime porn.
I remember with Stanley's the meatballs, where Dwight convinces Jim that it's a good prank to meatball, but they just get free meatballs. And they play Jim for meatballs.
I don't remember that one.
Well, you know what?
Oh, I do remember where they're trying to prank Jim.
Oh, they're trying to prank Stanley.
Oh.
But Dwight gets to Stanley.
Yeah.
And they make just so they can get meatballs from Jim. Because Stanley likes meatballs, I guess.
Oh.
But Stanley laughs a lot.
When Dwight pranks people, he just kind of does nice things for them.
All that explaining this to you means that The Office was not as good as I remember. That one bit from The Office was not as good as I remember. And you should all grow up.
And I was going to explain to you the fucking anime porn shit, but it's just Stanley dropped a bunch of... In an extra, porn. He just dropped a bunch of books that he always has with him, and it ended up being manga porn. And everybody was like, what? And like that was actually a part of the show.
Really?
Like that's like maybe the best part of the show. Because it's the most like... What the fuck? I
was gonna say, I know that The Office isn't a good show because 100 Gex isn't in it.
Well, I mean, people saying, "Oh my god, The Office is my life."
Yeah, people overhyped it.
Makes me feel like somebody is saying, "You know what's my favorite movie? That one where the train comes at you." You know that one where there's the train? It's coming at you.
That's actually exactly what that is.
I was so scared when I saw that.
I thought the train was gonna hit me.
I was like, "Whoa! I gotta get out of here." That was the best one.
Yeah,
that was the best one of all time.
It's really. I mean, listen, guys. It's no fucking Citizen Kane.
Do you remember? I know you also had this book. This is a book by Dimitri Martin.
Yes, I did have this book.
Do you remember the one poem? And I literally think about this poem all the time. That's like it's called "Better Than Sex." And it's like a letter to this one guy's friends, and
he's
like,
talking about like, man, like chicken nuggets are like better than sex.
No, he's apologizing for every time he said better than sex.
Yeah, because it was only better than sex with Martha or whatever. Yeah.
Now that I've had sex with Chelsea, now I understand how good sex is. And it is way better than chicken nuggets.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's what this is.
That's what
The Office is.
This is people who've only had sex with Martha.
But here comes AJR. Had sex with their
Martha.
Hand and
their brothers. Yeah.
And they think that The Office is the only show on Netflix and therefore the best show.
And then they put in these awful, just emotionally
manipulative ways of like, hey guys, you remember this one scene in The Office where they
say that their grandpa died in season 6. Like they're saying that their life happened alongside The Office as it was showing, and that's why it's not just a show.
No, it's just a show.
It is a show.
It is a show.
That's the sad part about life is chaotic things will happen to you at random points in times. And then your mind will attach itself to objects and visions that you see.
Yeah.
And once you see those objects or remember those visions, you're going to have that feeling back of that person that you lost. And it's going to feel sad. But you know what? It's still just random fucking brain chemistry. It's still just random neurons firing in your fucking brain. And someday you're going to die and forget to.
AJR and The Office are for people that forget that death exists.
AJR and The Office are for people that don't understand existentialism.
AJR and The Office is meant for people that like AJR and The Office. I could not come up with a
Okay.
And this is the high quality content that you all signed up for when you started to watch this episode. Don't you feel fucking stupid?
You know, this episode is the one episode I will say is off the rails.
This one actually is off the rails.
This one actually
there was no rails.
Wow.
I'm just disappointed and depressed.
You know what song I have in my head right now?
What song do you have in your head right now?
It's What the Mask Is.
You know what's disappointing is that song is better than literally any song on any of these albums we've listened to so far.
AJR.
If there's one compliment you can give to Dream is that he makes better music, or he paid people to make better music than AJR.
My point is AJR walked so Dream could run.
That would be a huge compliment to AJR. Let's be honest here.
A manipulative song directed at teenagers that's badly written and produced.
Okay, never mind. You're right.
Are you kidding me?
You are right.
That's a whole ass genre now.
Don't take your normal pills, kids.
Don't take your normal pills, kids. It's cool to not be normal, and by that we mean severely depressed. It's really, really cool to be sad all the time and have no motivation, and let it ruin your fucking life.
Guys, remember everybody.
Remember everybody. Just play Minecraft for the rest of your life.
I love my mentally ill friends, but when they start going on their pills, they become very boring.
Go fuck yourself, Sabrina.
Imagine thinking that's a good take.
Imagine thinking that's a fucking good take.
I bet that people who think that take is good also like AJR.
Yeah, doubling down on that stupid brain dead take. We're not doing this again next time. And I'm gonna be honest with you, and it's because every time I get here, I feel like I'm just the most sour, crumpled up raisin of a bitch. Every time I get here, and I think about this being somebody's first episode and being like, man, that's Sarah character. No humanity in her. And
wait, you're telling me that? Wait, hold on. If you're watching this right now and you have any sympathy for AJR, there's no hope for you.
That's what I'm talking about.
There isn't. I'm sorry. No,
yeah,
if you've gotten to this point, you're probably already on our side. So congrats. You're a normal human being.
I mean, we're kind of doing the us versus them mentality. That
good. Yeah. Well, they did it. They did it first. I don't care. Yeah, it is us versus them. It's Josh and Sarah versus AJR and every one of their stupid brain dead fucking fans. I'm sorry.
Tag team Josh and Sarah versus AJR in the ring live on YouTube.
I would do that if I was allowed to bring a 12 gauge shotgun and line them up head to head.
I'll bring my cast iron skillet. Let's go. Let's fucking do it right now, bitch.
I would do it if I got the lethal injection that they use on prisoners. that's my one condition to
I bring
fight
a
AJR.
Fucking sledgehammer? And can they play Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel when I walk out? It's so that AJR knows what a good song sounds like.
I want them to play In Too Deep by Phil Collins when I put my sledgehammer deep into their brain.
The weirdest fucking songs we don't listen to.
I listen to In Too Deep sometimes.
I listen to Sledgehammer sometimes, but not like a lot.
Put on Garden Song by Phoebe Bridgers.
Put on Kyoto by Phoebe Bridgers because I want to kill you if you don't bring me to it.
Let's talk about how good Punisher is.
Yeah, fuck this fucking shit. Why are we doing this?
Why do we hate ourselves?
Shit away. Why are we being mean to ourselves? Fuck it. It's 2021.
Punisher's
more
a good
like
album.
2020 fun. I don't even know what the fuck we're doing anymore.
I don't know. I don't want to talk about AJR anymore. I'm sorry.
No,
I think we've gotten all the points across. It's a bad album.
It's bad. AJR is bad. How many times do we have to fucking say?
If you think AJR is good, you're a conservative. All right, there you go.
I really thought this album was going to be good. I really did. Because everybody told me it was good.
No, it's not. It's really not.
It's really.
I'm really depressed.
I'm very disappointed.
It's fair. It's more sickening than the first one for me.
Yeah, it's malicious.
It's malicious. It's very.
It's malicious to me.
I really can't fathom why people think AJR is good, or even never thought that AJR was good.
I can. I think they were manipulated into believing it when they were children.
AJR are male manipulators.
I don't believe that. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, they are.
Believe it, ladies. Imagine you date some guy who's a musician, and he's like anti-weed, anti-alcohol. You thought he has two brothers. He makes a bunch of great music, and he's like rich as fuck. And you go out with him, and he makes this type of music, and he's still like. We didn't even talk about the one Turning Out.
Oh fuck me! Yeah,
remember that one?
All right, write down for that.
That one was about how this guy.
We spent Turning Out. Oh yeah, they rhymed Disney with Disney. That was the one note I wrote.
They
down.
did. They grew up with Disney, but this doesn't feel like Disney.
Fucking kill myself.
I know, me too. I want to fucking kill myself. But it's just like.
Oh yeah, they said that they're like a little kid. They're mentally they're like children, I guess, and they're like scared and afraid or some shit. I don't fucking know.
They're in a relationship and they're scared about.
They're scared of women.
They're scared of women because they're still a baby. And then they're like, but at the end of it, they're like, but we're gonna get through it. And I'm like, no, honey, he literally just admitted to you that he is a child.
Yeah, and he's mentally unable to be in a relationship because he is a child. You know what? I might have gone a bit too hard on most boy bands in hindsight.
Honestly, NSYNC was really good.
NSYNC is really good. You know what? I don't. Yeah, you know, sir, you're right. Reality TV is actually better than this. You're not wrong.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
You're saying that.
Yeah. It's a human. It's human. At least reality TV has an aspect of humanity in that it wants you to watch it.
This doesn't have humanity to it. This is pure.
This is sterile.
This is the Bo Burnham repeat stuff on steroids.
Yeah.
And I also can I admit something?
Yeah, what's up?
I wrote down this because I actually do kind of believe this. I kind of missed the yodeling. Only because it's not this. At least with the yodeling, you can make fun of it.
Yeah.
You can be like, what fucking moron thought this was a good idea? But here it's like.
Yeah, you know, it was really just like the fucking. They did the SpongeBob shit. They did the yodeling.
It was wacky.
And then they got enough fame to get depressed about it. And then they gave us a bunch of depressed,
suck at it,
stupid shit.
Yeah, so
and yeah, that's what happens when you suck at it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
and I don't know.
It's not my problem.
Yeah, I don't know. Bud Like You is stupid. We talked about how it's the friend helping you get out and Come Hang Out is dumb because it reverts to the clicks and it's more like the first album than before. I don't care.
I don't care anymore.
It's bad.
Punisher turned one out 1 year today.
Punisher did turn 1 year today.
That's a good album.
So the first song on Punisher is DVD song.
Do you know anything about DVD song? I don't.
I actually don't. I assume it's just meant to be like a nice little prelude, I presume.
Yeah.
So it kind of does have that like idea of like we're just gonna do a Punisher podcast.
Yeah, fine. Let's do it. Make this a 2-hour podcast.
I mean, it's already been what, hour 17, I think.
Oh wow.
Actually no, it's probably been an hour.
Let me see.
An hour 25. So 3-hour podcast.
All right, let's go. Yeah. All right, so fucking DVD menu.
2 a.m. right now.
Let's go. DVD menu.
DVD menu is
go to bed 4 a.m.
So there's a common theme in like Phoebe Bridgers.
Yeah.
I watched the music video to Better Oblivion Community Center's what is it? What's the song I like? Dylan Thomas. There's a common theme of like aesthetics with like the 4x3 TV.
Oh, interesting.
And that's true with the Kyoto song, the music video for that.
Yeah, when they did that.
To me, it kind of gives off that vibe of like a DVD. It's a DVD menu. It's meant. And then eventually you see the thing bounce, and it's like ooh. But it's also like really dark and depressing, and it goes into Garden Song pretty well.
Yeah, I think so too. I like it.
I like Phoebe Bridgers' Punisher.
It's good. Good music.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Isn't it interesting how good music you don't really have that much to say about it other than boy oh boy do I like it.
I mean, if I actually had energy, I'd probably
me too.
I'd probably talk more about it.
It's because
I do enjoy a lot of Phoebe Bridgers' music.
Me too.
I would probably talk at length about why I think Copycat Killer.
Oh yeah, the Copycat Killer
is
version
like beautiful,
is really gorgeous.
Yeah,
and that's just like and also I want to mention about AJR.
One last thing about AJR.
The person who did the strings on AJR did a really good job.
Yes, they did, actually.
That's the positive.
Good for the person that got paid by AJR and swindled them out of their money.
I hope they paid you a lot of money.
I hope they gave
and
you
I'm
fat
sorry
stats.
that this is a part of your resume.
But you did a good job.
You did a really good job.
You did good. AJR did the right thing and hired you because they don't know anything, but you know something.
Yeah, you did.
You know humanity.
And I don't know. If you had a bad
love
time
in your heart.
Okay, well.
Sorry.
You have passion for creative.
Yes.
Creativity.
You did it.
We should make a
It's
tea.
in the way that you
We
use.
should make a tea called creativity. Creativity.
We should make a cafe and call it Community Cafe.
All right, bye.
All right, hold on before we go.
No,
that's
see
our
ya.
podcast.
Goodbye.
That's our podcast.
That's it.
Sarah, what do you want to plug? Sarah, is in your contract plug.
Okay, follow me on Twitter at SQUINTON271 and also on Instagram at SQUIN27. And also the podcast will say this on Instagram, APWSTR on TikTok, and APWSTR on YouTube as well.
Thank you.
Is that true? APWSTR on YouTube, or is it
It's
a podcast?
APWSTR Productions on YouTube.
Okay.
And then APWSTR on TikTok.
Yeah.
All right, good. You did it. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job. I'm watching you.
Please save me. Please, somebody save me.
And I'm Joshua Chinland on Twitter. Joshua Chinland on Twitter. A guy named JC on Twitch. And
All the emotion came out of your voice.
I thought it would be a funny bit after pretending to threaten you to plug.
No, I got to do it to you because it's in the contract.
Yeah, it is. Joshua Chinland on Twitter. A guy named JC on Twitch. Joshua Chinland on YouTube. TikTok. A guy nicknamed JC. A guy nicknamed D's Nuts.
Candace.
Candace AJR Fin. And that's the ending.
The show, everybody.
Bye, everybody. We love you.
Bye.
Thank you for enjoying staying through.
Love you. Don't listen to this album. It'll hurt you.
It'll hurt you. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. That took a lot out of me.
Kind of rushed the ending there, but honestly, whatever.
Whatever. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, it's already 2 fucking o'clock.
I know, right?
Punisher review in 2 weeks.
Yeah.